Hello, Enikő, and nice to have you here in Romania. It's a huge privilege and a huge honor for us in Romanian darts. Darts being the most inclusive and diverse sport in the world.
Right.
And in this way, as a key figure in the Hungarian Darts Federation, how would you describe the current state of darts in Hungary?
Thank you for having me here first, let me say that. Yes, it is a sport which is developing in the latest years especially. Hungary has been developing a lot more than the other neighboring countries, I can say that. I'm working for the Darts Federation, the Hungarian Darts Federation for like 20 years now. And I'm doing the international connections affairs. So I'm keeping contact with the other nations' federations, and I'm also the one who is in contact with WDF. So actually I see a lot, and I can see all of the changes, and I think we are moving to the very good direction these days.
It's a huge responsibility for, I think, for darts in Europe. How are you as a player? What is the story of Enikő as a player?
I've started playing darts in 2001.
Oh.
My friends started to play actually, and they registered for a tournament where they needed 4 players, and they were only 3. And they asked me just to participate, and I didn't know what to do actually. So I was like, I cannot do that. And they said that if you cannot join us, then we cannot play, so please. So I joined, and I didn't really enjoy it at the very first time, but then it turned out that we can go to pubs and we can have leisure time while we are playing. So I started to play. Then after a few years, I just realized that I'm not so good at playing darts. So I started to practice and train and so on and so on. So I became a national member of the national team later on. So I have worked my way up on the ladder, let's say that. And then parallelly, I started to help with the players and with the federation, because I speak English, and at those days they didn't really. So I had to, they were asking me to help out with this and that, and then currently I'm also helping the federation. And in the last 2 years I don't really play, because I don't, I'm working and I'm doing this and that, and I don't have the time.
It's a very interesting concept, because you say that you started darts by a game of chance. How is important this term, chance?
Wow. In darts, I think you always, all the time have the chance, because everything you do is what you get back, actually. It's not like tennis, where you can earn points by the other's failure. And this is one of the topics which I like the most about this game. And also it's that you are playing against numbers more like than against people. So if you are just focusing on your own play and the numbers you have to earn or hit, then you will be the winner. So it's easy.
What are the biggest challenges for Hungarian darts players in terms of competitions, opportunity and recognition?
The biggest challenge for Hungarian players probably is money. Let me translate that because in Hungary they do have lots of opportunity to play, because the Hungarian Federation has lots of tournaments available for all of the players on different levels. However, the ones who are a little bit better than the others, they only have the chance to go to a world championship when they do travel abroad, and they earn points from other tournaments, from other nations' tournaments, and that requires money. And unfortunately, that's not, our economical state currently is not so good. And most of the players are like not just players, but they are also working people, and they have family as well. So they need free time and they need money to be able to travel and to be able to earn the points, and then get higher on the rankings.
What initiatives are in place to increase the participations of women in Hungarian darts?
That's a very good question, because we are the ones in the project who are the owner of women's players part of the project. We will be having an online conversation pretty soon in February about all the topics and the differences women face. and on top of that, what we do is that we try to create more tournaments for them, more opportunity for them to try themselves, to play against each other. We try to support them for the traveling as well, with sponsors, with other, possibilities, whatever we can. And also we would like to eliminate the differences. Like usually women tournaments start a little bit later than men tournament. Still, they have to come to the tournament at the same time to register. They are a little bit like the second league as opposed to the men, but it's because of the number of the players. So we think if we can increase the number of players and we can approach the players to, or the women to start playing, that could be turned around over time.
What are the federation's goals for the next 5 years, and how do you plan to strengthen the sport nationally and internationally?
Our goal is, as always, to have very talented players and give them the chance to show themselves at international tournaments and earn the biggest trophies that's possible. We do have players in different tournaments like Lakeside, PDC, every possible way, or every possible tournaments or bigger ones. We try to create the opportunity for them to play. And so the goal for the Hungarian Federation is to have more brighter medals and bigger trophies as possible, and also to increase the number of players within the country. So, because we believe if there are more players, then there will be more chances to have better players. So the bigger the pool is, the more chances that you will have better players.
In this way, have you tried to bring darts in schools, for example?
Yeah, we have already. We're working on this project like during the last year. We already had one visit, like the first trial last month. It was last month. It's one of the biggest clubs in Budapest. They have almost 100 players, and I don't know exactly, but probably 1/3 of that is youth players, which means that they are the biggest youth, club in Hungary. And we went there and we introduced them DIGIDARTS project, and we participated on their trainings, and they were super excited. So it's really nice, and the plan is to go over the time. So from now on to go to different schools, like from different age ranges, like from the smaller ones to the bigger ones. Even we plan to go to universities as well, because we still can find youth players there. So it would be nice to just introduce the game for them, and maybe they will like it.
So the sports needs to be well known for everybody in order to increase our performance.
Yeah.
Yes. Going DigiDarts project and digitalizations in darts. How did Hungarian Darts Federation become involved in the DigiDarts project, and what role do you play in it?
It all started during COVID times, actually, because those were the days when nobody could play offline, let's say, so like person to person, and we were seeking for opportunities to connect players with each other. The homes of the players with each other. There were some applications or solutions available, but they were not so good, and the cheating was, let's say, on a higher risk. And so we started to seek for opportunities, and that was the moment when we got approached by the project holders and the members to participate together with them to start this project. And then after, I don't know, like 2-3 years, we won the project, the EU project, the Erasmus Plus project, and then we started the work to implement the digital solutions, like having webinars to be able to connect players from different countries, also to increase the digital equipment for darts. Like when we are scoring, sometimes we use paper boards, sometimes we use tablets for the scorings, and it would be nice for every club or every player to switch to the digital world, and then they could check their results backwards as well, and they can see whether they have improved their play. So I think there is a lot in that to be able to use the digital equipments for make darts better. It's something which you cannot really skip in total, because in order to be a good player you have to be good at math. You have to know where to aim, you have to know what is the best for you to aim, and in order to do that, first you need to learn the mathematics behind the darts, and then you can make your life easier by using the tablets or the applications on the phone. But I think it's it's a minimum requirement for every player.
Sure. What are the main goals of DigiDarts, and how do you see it in benefiting Hungarian darts players in the future?
The main legs of the project, let's call it this way, there are 3 legs of the project. One of them is implementing women players. The second one is to implement youth players and keep them in the game, because sometimes that is a big problem when they turn 18, 21, adult age. They start working, they fall in love, and then they fall out of the game. And the third one is the para darts, which is an area where you have to implement those players to be able to compete with each other, to have the accessibility, to have tournaments for them specifically for their needs. So these are the 3 main areas, and I think to be honest with you, all 3 areas can be improved in the Hungarian darts life, because we do have women players, we do have youth players, we do have results as well, even with the para darts as well. But we believe that still it is more like a men's game, and it would be good to extend those legs, and that this project could be very helpful for that.
Do you believe in online competitions and digital training tools can help Hungarian players develop their skills more effectively? So do you believe in the online world?
I do, definitely I do. I think these days, this is 2025 now, and these days everyone is like using some electronic device. Just think about somebody who has a work or a job and then playing darts as well, and they don't really have the time every day or all the time to go to a place, spend 2, 3, 4 hours for training, and then travel back home and do all of the other responsibilities of life. So this could be a very good solution. I'm not saying it would be very good to switch completely to the online world, but it would be a very good help to support the work and to gain back some time for the players.
It will be more accessible for everybody to...
Exactly, and also the other thing is that it's good that you mentioned that, the different countries' players can play against each other, which is sometimes very helpful, because sometimes you don't see, you see somebody who is on the same level as you or a little bit higher level than you are, and that is the key to develop yourself, to play against those players where you can, it's a 50-50 chance to win or lose, and then this is the way how you can improve yourself.
How do you plan to integrate digital solutions from DigiDarts into Hungarian darts infrastructures and both amateur and professional levels?
I think in Hungary we are a little bit special compared to the other countries, because we already implemented a lot of solutions, and also we are the only country where consuming alcohol is not accepted on a professional level, meaning on the national level. But we also provide the possibility to play on amateur level, which is the entry level for all of the players. So I do believe that this solution would go more for the amateur level, because from a certain level the goals change. You have to adjust your training session, you have to adjust your practice in order to get better. So I think all the DigiDarts tools can be very helpful for the amateur or the fresh starting newcomer players than the professional ones.
Can you give us as a small challenge, a kind of a sentence to invite people in every categories to join darts?
Okay, come and play darts, because this is one of the sports when you play against yourself. It's easy to learn. It's really it catches you, and once you start it, you will have a new love in your life.
Köszönöm szépen, Enikő.
Köszönöm szépen. Merci.